take things aggressively on A. 5 players lined up. Liquid looking to try and actively contest that space as FUT continue forward. It's even so far.
It's a complete forfeiture of this space from Liquid. Barrier mesh goes up for a moment. That's going to stop players flooding out from main. It's tree where they'll head. There is time to set up this post plant and get the spike down quite comfortably. But Liquid are already trying to interrupt this.
Oh, look at this. Straight in. Players getting tagged up. Kiko next on the kill feed. That's combining the last two remaining players for FUT and Tree. An advantage for Liquid to work with to send the pistol round home. They'll get the first one on Lotus.
Liquid had been struggling with their pistol rounds up until this point. Outlaw bite, again, we saw him do it a couple of times against mates. It can be a backbreaker, but you need to land both shots against the heavy shielded opponent. Serial surviving on 10 HP, and Camo locking down the A space. More fights for him to take. That seems not to be an issue right now.
You can see the intentions with FUT as well. They want to keep fighting. They want to be using this utility to set players up. Krax has found a little space. Managing to get rid of Camo, but Serial's quick, ready for the trade.
Get stuck in the corner. He'll get taken down, and so it's only Mr. Fallen left. But when you have, the Gravnet on cooldown now and all the extra utility, it feels oppressive even at the best.
By his own utility, actually. So players try to make their way in, a lot of spam. Serial, he needs to try and hold on. A little bit of delay for the rest of Team Liquid to get into position, which they do.
Look at the barrier mesh as well, towards Bend. It's actually cutting off any players moving into position, so the spike is stuck. They're in the crosshairs of Liquid, and one by one they will be toppled. Krax finally finding some impact, but he's still got 3 more kills left to find to deny this bonus. Fake the amount of presence if he does just show face.
Oh, Kiko.
Straight in.
Yeah, he's caught here. No chance. And that's an upgrade for Zeus to work with. Not a player that you want to get that upgrade if you're a Team Liquid fan. Nats, I mean, he's getting put under extreme pressure. The rest of Team Liquid not in position really to support.
Immediate response with the ult though, and so that's going to allow Liquid to come flying back through. With the hinder landing onto Mr. Fallen, the salvos will confirm their target. 2 on 2, only the 1 upgrade on Zeus. He's got to be the man to do it all for them right now. But whether he leads with ACS globally or not, it is a team performance from Liquid on the way back through as the retake is successful.
Extremely successful. I mean, on top of that, you can see the stuff which FUT can work with there, but what to work with.
I love this, just sensing that Liquid were trying to play this one forward, so he's right in the back lines and still they're searching.
All up top, well, it's worked out. Now FUT, how can they crunch into the remaining player that was in A main, now gone, Serial and Hobbit.
He can still hold the line here as well. There's one more sound sensor up towards stairs, so for the most part knowing that FUT playing closer towards the site as things stand. Liquid flooding in through the backside, looking to bury a couple bodies on the way. Kiko the first of them, but FUT responding in kind. Zeus helping support at a captain, and now with twice the player numbers, FUT are starting to look elsewhere. They fire off in unison, putting Patatek in a 1 versus 4. A recovery on the rifle round, looking ever more likely.
Patty was a player last week who was able
to give the site up.
Spike a little bit delayed getting on towards this site. Could still be a fake, but Yetiji's just walked straight in towards a kill trap. And now the Nightfall invested, doubling down right now.
I mean, look at the disconnect. Mr. Fallen's not even on the scene just yet.
Yeah, well, we're even going to get an annihilation in. Liquid, spot on with the ultimates, spot on with the kills. Everything looks good. It looks great for a round 5.
Reaction.
Down allows the cross towards Hobbit. There is a sound sensor to work with, and it will activate, buying some time. Camo's come straight in, finding 3. The players in B main tried to escape, but they only fight last time.
We actually have a double sensor here as well, so if Zeus goes for that same dash, there's a chance he could get caught in the next. Not unless Camo can open up the paranoia in the hands of Kiko. This one should be as safe as ever if you're Liquid. Extra utility thrown in just to confirm it. Little laboured from Kiko. Holding on to the Waylay ult. As soon as that cam hits a player, they're going to pull the pin.
Well, here it is, thrown straight into the mix, and Yetigy has no way of escaping. Does FUT. The three players looking to re-engage, and still, though, look at this. Team Liquid out. Perhaps get one back in their favour.
You can't play on the site.
There's loads of players that are elsewhere, isolated. Camo, though, isolates one onto Mr. Fallen and gets another onto Atta Captain. Team Liquid are making this advantage grow round on round.
Have been silenced so far. Just the one round which they were able to pick up was an A play. That was dropping in behind with that A execution, which we look for. Zeus, so many times reliant for FUT to come up with the goods, and he'll finally deliver, but it's only one.
It's only one, and Kiko straight back in, and Team Liquid holding on to the advantage. Patty close by, FUT stuck towards the front of sight, stunned up. Kiko can't make good of his chance. Can Patty? No, he can't. Now, Serial into the mix, trying to find something. Nice does it instead! A 3K out of the first half, where they're going to realistically need to be used now, or in the next round. Utility through, the A fight seems to be equal right now, although, oh, Camo's not done.
Huge kill for him because the refract is back up, so if he wants to keep getting aggressive, he can. Instead, Liquid are having bodies dropped on their doorstep, still warm. As Krax has managed to loosen Patatek's grip on the A site hold, it's onto Camo to do it all.
At least to get something there, it's not going to work out. This is a 2v2 though. That's a rifle upgrade. This is not looking good.
And both initiators have their ultimates, so if you want to respond to any initial contact, you could! It's Nats again! And Kiko! The smoker from the big down.
Oh, this is a really nice Armageddon. It's just spot space. There's so much utility back and forward.
Voice line after voice line.
Yeah.
Spike down A.
But it's Liquid when the dust kind of a platform. The infallible form that they previously posted is looking like a completely different conversation today. Atta Captain, first of those kills. Yetigy in support, but it's Serial at the... Zeus will have to siphon powers from the skies above, and it starts in the worst way possible. Instead, Camo's the lightning rod as the electricity flows through his veins, taking all power for himself. It's a 4-kill
last round. Look at this A fight and the amount of bodies there.
No point saving any credits. Camo right out the gate, another kill added to the tally. Heads starting to roll as FUT have fallen well short of the mark here. Challenge. Can't wait for Yetigy. Has to take matters into his own hands, the captain.
Up close and personal. Camo was already low. Disengages to get the reload off. As the players walk forward, they'll collect another. The last player remains for FUT. It's Yetigy.
Coming back from Masters, Liquid, having played more rounds than any other team in the region, only just shy of the 2 finalists from Bangkok. But as that development process continues, it seems like they've found another winner. 13-1.
Have re-cleared that question mark in mid. Now they can start to lean heavier towards one of the sides. It's going to be A. Well, Krax is standing the test that Team Liquid put forward. An advantage with Spike down on the ground. How did Team Liquid try and rescue this from the grasp of FUT? It seems like it should be Kiko to do it. Spike on the ground picked up.
It's only going to go for a tap, trying to bait FUT back in. They don't have any extra utility to challenge him with here, but he does have a nade for a little more space.
So if he can even get a chance to use it, it looks like it's going to come down to the gunfight. Both players looking to swing and win out the pistol. East side, but Camo being caught by a boom bot.
Liquid just going for the direct approach. They're halted for only a moment. It's Camo's TP, which crosses the line. Trailblazer invested, absent from the pistol round, but now available to be used. It's time of the essence if you're Liquid. That's the only player left towards the tower. Head-to-head on Yetigy's Viper.
He has a spike.
Does have the spike, needs to win this duel. That would have been the landmark kill if he could have picked it up, but not happening. FUT
FUT need to be more active, holding on to these angles, and well, Team Liquid looking to send it in, although they've not thought about Zeus playing from Mail, looking to try and post this one home, but instead picks up a rifle. The players don't know about his position, and Kiko walks straight into his arms. 2 entry kills for FUT.
It's constant layering of control utility in mid as well, which is keeping Liquid at arm's length as Nats just... Poison Cloud goes down, it's the dark cover that comes back up from Captain.
Locked all the way up by the wall, and Patitek, one of the few rifles, has managed to find cracks. Yetiji though fills back in the space, using their own wall to try and get onto the angle, which they'll be able to use. Now Nats moves in, Yetiji under fire. He's got 2, but giving away rifles to Team Liquid in which they can work with.
Such a big round to turn the odds in their favour. A costly conversion if they're able to do it, and Camo will add to.
Kiko holding the crossfire. Worried about CT, where Captain could have went, and well, Kiko will send this one. They're doing really well to use the sky to go and clear out any space that they're worried about players to be in. Straight into the site, Kiko gets the first.
It's with the showstopper as well, so counts for nothing there as Nat crosses the threshold. It's Captain with 2 back. A 3 versus 2 situation. It favours Liquid for now.
That spike plan and the position it is in default. I mean, Team Liquid have to play on the site.
Looking to try and fight towards Garden as well. It's Kiko first contact, and Patitek falling back to the pillar. Nat curious of the potential flank coming in. Kiko locking things down, and Nat getting himself yet another into Garage. FUT will go. Cracks in the corner, he has a way to get out, but Zeus does as well. Here's a little easier. Kiko with the punish, Camo in behind. Liquid arriving on the B site. There's still bodies here, but they're just the next ones on the chopping block. Yetiji holds, but not for long enough. And so the party is back on. Liquid in the house.
1v1. Lats is trying to see if they can go and hunt for this last remaining rifle. That economy that we were worried about has well and truly been bolstered. Mr. Fallen needs to be careful not to give away his rifle.
And with the combo utility, he'll take backside control.
Team Liquid looking to back up, backfill the space that was created. His FUT immediately to fight back. An advantage in which they can trade down from. Team Liquid making their way on and doing well, or so you thought. FUT straight back into this one as the answer. Liquid's 3 held. Would have seen the Fate Prowler and the TP, but they decided to cancel it. No, straight in. I mean, it looks like FUT are just going to miss their opportunity here, although Zeus does get Camo.
And while Camo is dead, it means that Krax is actually able to just hold on to this space himself, someone that we so often see on an initiator. Now free roam on the duel list and locking Liquid in to the B tower. Up into the apartment block they go with the intent to hit the site.
It's whether you're locked in with Liquid or FUT's the one that's locked in, and it looks like it's going to be FUT that's caught. Liquid now looking to continue forward. The Viper's pit deep in. As Zeus tries to go and catch a player off guard, which does not work out. Cracks now has to try and clutch up a 1 versus 3.
You're looking for Nats here if you can find him. I mean, players are low. The nade would have been nice. There's a star on the spike, and you're out of options if your name is Cracks.
Yeah, I mean...
How is he still alive?
I don't know. The fact he's decayed all the way down, it should be so easy to collect.
Dog is doing God's work at just clearing out middle. This is why you pick the Sky. You want the info. Yetiji gets it through a face check. And it's a rough procedure that he goes through. Scarred as he drops back. Zeus holding on to heaven. And that's where FUT hold on to hope. I mean, look at how late this attacking rotation is through middle.
Looking to maybe have an ace up the sleeve later into the round, but so whether Team Liquid can actually hold on to the site in the meantime.
Yeah, and FUT just haven't read the situation, so they're slow to re-engage themselves. This double-pronged backstab prepared, hovering above their shoulder blades, whether they know it or not. Captain getting another kill in the time being, and so now the penny drops, and as Zeus swivels his head, he drops to the ground as he's filled with lead. Patitek one back, and now there's really a chance, but the defuse coming in, Serial buying time, smoke to deny visual. It's a hit and hope, and those shots in the dark simply won't land. FUT restoring their lead in the rifle buy.
Yeah, I mean, Team Liquid know that FUT can get a smoke onto the spike.
Another purchase for both teams. This one a big swing round, not too much money left on both. But Cracks,
they need to commit to something. And it looks like it's the B side. A player in towards Rafters, found out, Serial gets that pick. Still though, Mr. Fallen's coming in late. He could get the perfect timing right now, and Liquid haven't thought about it. Activated at the right time. Still though, they keep their head even. 3-3 right now.
Seeker's coming out, but no capitalization, only Mr. Fallen there. Zeus finally following it up, but a 2-on-2 situation and the rotation only coming in now.
You look at to where Patitech's going, he's escaped in towards CT. Something to work with. As FUT come into the site, a 2 versus 1 where Camo needs to stand tall and does so. Yetiji still holding on to heaven, but it's Patitech. 100%. Well, look at this buy that's coming through from FUT right now. It's not looking good, and it's not looking good in the round either.
Allowing Patitech to take his timing, be the Joker, the backstab in play. FUT can threaten the site control with this utility though, and already that begins through Mr. Fallen.
Through in towards Elbow, Patitech now coming in, but Mr. Fallen has put this round on his back, and he only needs to go up against 2, so both players need to play together. And well, Patitech was ready.
Have 3 players here ready to fight.
Yeah, well, you look at Liquid, they've got 5 and they're ready to send it forward with all the ultimates that they have in pocket. Don't account for Yetiji playing in the corner, and Camo so deep. To think about Elbow, well they do now, after the players walk in!
It's gone, it's still looking all too individual. Kiko, what can you do?
Looking to play anti-flash. The flash comes through, the players don't look, Kiko with the perfect timing! It goes even all across the board.
The reason why we maybe don't see the sky too often is so easily countered. Kiko, well read, and Camo following through.
Spike noted, you heard the sound cue coming through, but Camo's thinking about another peek. Flash in hand, it comes out, the players both come through. And look at this, Serial out of nowhere.
Talking about
ships in the night, you look at the both players in EMEA and how they're right next to each other, but as the players explode into Nats is just straight in with a triple.
And when I talk about that experience, you translate it to the round itself. Nats was prepared to turn his head and play anti there. Rinse and repeat from FUT and all too readable, while Yetiji is going to manage to wrap around Vents.
All 3 players for Liquid in heaven. Looks like Ata Captain tries to escape, finds something in which he can work with, but instead it's Liquid that are working with the dead body of Ata Captain Yetiji, who's been so good in this round, can't quite get anything more. And Team Liquid will convert the anti-eco.
Well, it's not the most comfortable of rounds from Liquid, despite the fact...
How many times are FUT going to fall foul to that position?
Oh, it's a mid-fight early. Zeus and Camo locking horns. Zeus getting the better of him, but rifle back to Nats, so no harm, no foul as far as he's concerned. A chance to add a couple kills more to the tally. He'll do it, signing off on the death waiver of Mr. Fall. Take as the defenders as a group. And something else, just getting the elbow cross. That's what Serial's going to do. Boxed in with the gravity well, but he can't capitalize, and so Patty's only got a ghost. His work's cut out for him. What are you going to do? Just fall to the ground. Very body. A chance for him to close the gap, and if the captain can capitalize, then that's your way back through. This avenue currently guarded by just 1, but it's Ada Captain that stands as the gatekeeper. FUT holding the line and bringing us right. Another rifle round as well, and Liquid are on their last few pennies, so this one has to stick. Nats doesn't need the rest of his team. Zeus, again, a player who just goes straight in and fights on his lonesome. With a TP, he'd feel safe, but no rendezvous required. It's Camo that backtracks after finding Yetiji and putting them up by 2 players. They couldn't convert from this position last time. Can they do it here?
Sure, Nats will be telling the boys to be playing together. TP in towards CT. Kiko would have heard this and he knows, spot on, there you go. The last 2 remaining for FUT go in towards heaven.
And now it's a 5-on-2, and those weapons are hot if you're Liquid.
Ready and raring to go. That Seize doesn't quite
30
catch Mr. Fallen, although thought he was well within the circumference.
One enemy
Sure what utility Patitek had, but wasn't able to fall back on it. Instead, the support. That's where Liquid want to re-engage back towards the Sheriffs, and the showstopper, the perfect counter. Patitek guarding this smoke with his life as they jump into the crosshair. It's only one kill. Kiko, a couple back though, and that should put a bow on it for now. Double digits can maybe. You get him on a deep line early on, then you have really strong control. I think for B, for example, if Liquid aren't challenging it, which they haven't, as the round crosses through CT. As Camo is onto the site early doors. Dimensional Drift has revealed Mr. Fallen is caught. It's heaven that you've got to be concerned of if you're FUT right now. Those are where the player numbers lie and may well go dead and buried. Kiko Camo, 1-2 punch. Double duelist getting double the action. Liquid currently in front by just a man, but that's very quickly settled as Nats has found himself up in the bird's nest, securing that spike defusal. They don't all come that easy.
Definitely don't, and we've seen him come up before. Needs to come up with a good here.
It's so cheeky from Nads, and it goes completely unpunished. And as FUT continue to bang their head against the wall, Liquid do make concessions, playing from backside. I mean, Nads gives himself up in the situation as Cranks lands the showstopper. Both players blind by their own team's flash. Kiko gets nothing. Liquid don't yet bounce back until Patitek hits the scene. 2-on-2, and it's Serial to take the next step. 1 versus 1. Yeti round the corner, and he lands towards middle, and that's exactly where it will go. Trying to counter what Liquid were doing, but they're taking the fight into their own hands.
Yeah, they are. They've completely taken the space for themselves as FUT get the initial fight and win out on B. Had a captain though, he's under fire. No way to really escape. Zeus there to bail him out and gets 2.
Liquid lowered to lesser weapons after the previous defender economy, frail as ever. So Patitek coming back into this one with a Bucky, but it's such a big round to win if you're FUT. Just to keep themselves moving forwards, one step.
You mean Paranoia line up to send him all the way up?
This is the tour de force. I mean, he is already nestled himself in quite nicely. Behind the toxic screen is where
he's about to push forward.
FUT now calling the cavalry over. The A onslaught begins with Camo caught at the back of sight. Kiko helping support. It's a layup for the slam dunk as Camo has found himself another. They group up towards Garage. Serial on an off angle, a deep angle, but he goes back in.
Oh, brilliant timing from Serial. And if they need
reward.
Showstoppers there to be used.
There is, and this is where Liquid will then look for that set retake. I mean, right now I've got to be focusing on Nats in Vent. He sits right in the middle of a couple of FUT players, whether they know it or not. It's Mr. Fallen that will go down, and now warning signs for them as they'll look to set up on B.
Now, it looks like Team Liquid are in position to send this one home in a 2-0 fashion. 5 players standing there. Yetiji looking to play upset as the ultimates come in. Ata captain can't stand the test. Now, a 1 versus 4, which he'll have to try and clutch up. Yetiji won't be able to do it, and Team Liquid will send this one home 2-0.
The floodgate